Okay, so welcome back. This is video number 8, and we're going to talk about how do you get people back to your online course or to your online community once they've forgotten everything about it and they've gotten sidetracked, they've totally forgotten, and it's not necessarily that they don't want to, it's just a lot of people are busy and get distracted really easily. So let's say, for example, that your system detects and you've set this up to figure out, okay, this person has not come back to the course in like a week. Now you can set it up within your autoresponder series to remind them, and that's something that I would recommend that you do. But let's say, for example, a few weeks pass, and even though you've sent out those follow-up emails that are built in to your autoresponder series, they simply have totally forgotten about you and your course, and there's no way to get them back. You could email them, but that could potentially just annoy them. So how do you get them back? Well, in order to achieve this, you need to have Facebook Pixels installed and Google Ad Pixels as well. The method here is simply retargeting people. So let's say, for example, that this is your online community site. So we'll say online course / community. So this is here. And let's say, for example, that people come here, but yet they totally leave. So what you're going to need to have is you're going to need to do Facebook ads or even Google ads in terms of retargeting, meaning if you've ever gone to a website, let's say a home improvement store, for example, and you've gone to that site and you were looking at some sort of like tile replacement, and then you happen to go to a totally different website that has nothing to do with tile replacement, but you see ads from those home improvement stores. That's basically what retargeting is, and that's basically what you want to implement here. Now, you might be thinking, well, why would I want to spend money, right? Why would I want to spend, a few dollars to get people back? It's because the realization that if you can get people back and you're constantly following them around the internet and they're constantly reminded about your course, what will actually end up happening is it will embed into their minds. They might be at work or they're in a certain location where they have been cookied and those ads are following them everywhere. Now, in order to achieve this, you will need to have the pixel here. So I'm going to put a green box to signify a pixel. So we're gonna, instead of an arrow, we are gonna do a circle. So that signifies a pixel. Now, the reason why you need to have a Facebook pixel or a Google pixel on that particular page is because in order to retarget them, you need to have, they would have at least hit a page on your website. So the fact that they hit this page, you can now follow them around the internet by telling Facebook, hey, follow this person around the internet. And if they come back on their own choice and on their own decision, it's highly likely that those ads have worked. And now you have someone who doesn't feel forced. They feel like, oh, I really want to come back to take your online course. So that's basically the strategy here in a gist, and that's it. So congratulations on getting finished with this video course. Have you ever wondered why you're not getting as many sales to your online courses? Maybe you're getting a few to bite your initial course, but you can't get them to buy all of your other classes. Have you ever thought about what might be the cause of all of this? The truth of the matter is that it comes down to low consumption rates or low engagement. And here's what I mean by this. Did you know on average that only 10% or fewer people complete an online course? Now think about it for just a second. Perhaps even put yourselves in your students' shoes by asking yourself how many online courses you have completed as well. There has to be a reason why people only watch 10% of the online course. Even though you have an excellent course, people's attention spans are short and they can get easily sidetracked. Now, more consumption equals more trust. More trust equals more sales to your other courses. And that's why it's so important. So, how do you go about getting your students to complete your course? How do you motivate and get them excited to continue? And how do you get their attention even if they get distracted? So, we're going to talk about a 8-part step-by-step video course that's going to show you how to boost your course completion rates and engagement, which can ultimately result in doubling your back-end sales. Now, this specific training course was designed to help you understand how to boost your online course engagement, which can result in higher back-end sales. So here's a quick overview of what's inside this video course. Video number 1 is the introduction. We'll talk about what you need to get started. Video number 2, we'll talk about the human brain. Believe it or not, understanding why the human brain or why our brains do certain things and are motivated to continue forward, that's a big part and a very important part of this whole process. Now, once we talk about that, video 3 is going to be talking about the desired triggers. So from here on out, we'll talk about different triggers that you can activate within the human mind to get your students to move forward. Now, we're not doing any trickery or deceptiveness or anything like that. It's merely things that will help them along the way to motivate them naturally to continue on. So video number 3 is about desire, how to get them to desire to continue. Video number 4 is the progress trigger. Video number 5 is the human trigger. Video number 6 is course rewards, and video number 7 is engagement rewards. So on top of these triggers, we also have rewards, because people love it when they gain rewards. They gain points and other things to make it fun. Video number 8, we'll talk about the attention trigger. What do you do when they have totally lost interest? Or maybe they just totally forgot about your online course. How do you get them back to your online course to get them to consume your course and then ultimately get them interested and get them reminded that, okay, they bought the course, they completed it, and then they'll be interested in your other courses. All right. So go ahead and grab this video course today and learn how to boost your online course engagement.